overcome all stressful situations because I simply surrender before you as your daughter, and you are carrying me through the difficulties, cutting through the difficulties with your fierce sword, helping me emerge successful at all times. Now you can look at the handphone with the message that I sent you, and you can read along with me so that you can get familiarized with the mantra. The first of the images which I sent you. Yeah, ready? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should I continue the mudra?
No, you can really, this mudra is different. So since you have to read, I did not indicate the mudra. When you become more familiar with the mantra, I will give you the mudra. Okay. So get ready, start. Om Durga Durga Trishamani Durga Padminivarini Durgam Maschedini Durga Sadini Durga Nashini Durga Darini Durga Nihantri Durga Mapaha Durga Matnyanata Durga Daityalogadvanala Durgama Loka Durgamatma Swarupini Durgamarga Prada Durgama Vidya Durgamashrita Durgamaknyana Samstana Durgamadhyana Vashini Durgamoha Durgamaha Durgamartra Swarupini Durgama Surasamhantri Durgama Yudadarini Durgamangi Durgamata Durgamya Durgameshwari Durga Bhima Durga Bhama Durgaba Durgadharini. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Just keep your eyes closed. Be in a meditative position, keeping your body in a steady position. Become aware of any sounds that you can get from outside. Now slowly start bringing your attention to yourself. See how you are sitting on the floor. Which parts of your body are in touch with the floor? How exactly is the torso rising up from the pelvic region? How have you placed your hands right now? How are you holding your shoulders right now? How relaxed is your state of mind at this point in time? Just become aware. Don't do anything. Just become aware. Now slowly start drawing your own attention within yourself. Bring your awareness to your heart center. From that heart center, visualize a yantra in the form of a star, a nakshatra, which is two triangles inverted with each other, coming out of your heart center. In the center of that, you are lighting a divine fire, mentally chanting to yourself, Avahanam Samarpayami. See that fire catching up, like a Havan Kund catching up the fire. Now mentally scrap the entire body, removing all negativities in the form of karma. Scrap it as much as you can. make it into a big ball like a pinda, and offer it into this divine fire, mentally saying Swaha. Once again, scrape through your entire body, remove all the negativities in the form of karma, make it into a pinda. See that the size of this pinda has now become small because you have already removed most of it in the first round. And once again, offer this pinda into the fire, mentally saying Swaha. Now start scraping from the body all the negativities in the form of krodha. Collect as much of it as you can, make it into a big pinda, and offer it into this fire, Swaha. As the fire consumes it, mentally try to hear the crackling sound of the fire as it is wrapping up your negativities and consummating it completely. One more round, scrap through the entire body, pulling all negativities in the form of krodha, and offer it into the fire. Now, pull all the negativities in the form of moha, make it into a big pinda, and offer it into the fire. Once again, pull out all the negativities in the form of moha, make it into a pinda, and offer it into the fire. Now scrap from all the body kama, krodha, moha, lobha, greed. Remove all the negativities in the form of greed, make it into a big pinda, offer it into the fire, swaha. One more round, pull out all the negativities in the form of lobha, offer it into the fire, see the fire crackling and consuming it completely. Now scrape through and remove all the negativities in the form of mother. Make it into a big pinda and offer it into the fire. Watch it burn away completely. One more round. Offer the pinda. Swaha. Finally, remove all the negativities in the form of matsarya. Offer it into the fire.
What is that?
Mother Matsarya, M-A-T, Matsarya, S-A-R-Y-A. Offer it into the fire. These are the six negativities that are mentioned in the scriptures. So offer it into the fire as a pinda.
I understand the first five. What is the first one?
See, I'll send you a WhatsApp message with the exact description. Okay. So form into a pinda and offer it into the fire. One last round. And now one final round, pull out all of them together. Whatever remnant is left out in the body, pull all of them out. Make it into a pinda and offer it into the fire, swaha. Feel yourself completely cleansed, purified, and now your whole body is so purified that it has become like a temple. Visualize your own soul coming out of your heart, going round your body in a pradakshina, in a clockwise direction, 3 rounds, and then it is re-entering this temple of your body, which is now completely purified. Now slowly pull the yantra back into yourself, extinguish the fire, and then pull the yantra back. And then mentally chant 3 times, Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Now gently rub your hands, keep them on your eyes, and then open the eyes. Very good. Yeah. Now we will discuss before we start. I saw the form that you had sent me duly completed. There is a second sheet in that form which talks about your daily activities. I think you missed that.
I think I was supposed to fill it after we start the session.
Okay, fine. No, no. It is what is your daily routine to
Oh,
understand what you do. Okay. So if you can fill that up and resend, I will take a look at it. Now, there are a couple of things. One is you're talking about taking medicines for migraine.
it just started it. So I have migraine attacks when I am exposed to sun. So every summer it becomes very intense, and I don't like to have medicines at all. But this summer I thought, I should start off before it gets really bad. Otherwise, I get incapacitated. I'll be sitting at home all day. So it's just been a week since I started the BP tablet, which is
Now, tell me, even if you wear a cap, or even then it comes.
process everything. Yeah. I don't even have to go out into the sun. Even if I look out of the window, I will get it.
That's very strange, actually. It should not happen. Okay. So we'll see what can be done for that. That'll come a little later. But when it comes, it is very vigorous and it just incapacitates you completely. Okay. Now the thing is,
Nevertheless, I do carry on my duties with that.
hmm,
But then my father has it, my sister has it. So then my father said, see, I have been living with it until I was diagnosed with blood pressure at 40. And then when I started taking the BP tablets, as an add-on, it also prevents migraine. So I have been to a lot of doctors and they've all prescribed the same medication for me. But I am very averse to taking constant medication.
yeah, see the problem I'll tell you, the medical science for with all their advancements and with due respect to everything that they do, unfortunately are so focused on only treating the symptoms. So if they say there is a migraine, this is what is firing it, this is how I will stop that brain firing that. So he is not curing you, he is only stopping the brain from firing those particular signals that gives you that pain basically.
There was one phase when I used to chant Aditya Hriday Mantram every day,
Hmm.
and that would reduce the migraine a lot.
Yeah. So why did you stop it?
I don't know, I just fell out of that habit for some reason, and somehow I didn't go back to it.
Okay. So, what I'll do is, since you're also into music, I will try and see which raga you should use for chanting it.
Okay.
And you try and, on your own recompose it in that raga and then chant it and see whether that makes a difference in the way the migraine will come. Okay. So that's one aspect. Second is whether your father has or mother has or anybody else in the family has. One of the things that the modern science has now identified is that there is nothing called an hereditary disease. You inherit the genes from your parents without fail. But those genes with those symptomatic problems cannot manifest in your body unless you create the environment for its manifestation. And the creation of that environment is basically our stress, our thoughts, our equations, etc. Okay. So now one more aspect which I wanted to discuss was you had talked about narcissistic abuse and you had also talked about it for a very long time. Now, can you explain what exactly you went through? Number one. And number two, every time you go through it, what was the emotional reactions that you had within yourself?
Mm. So I was married off at 20. It was an arranged marriage with my consent. Everything looked good. He was also a singer. But since the time of marriage, I kept finding something was missing emotionally in the marriage, which I could never place. And then 3 years into the marriage, I had already had my first son. As soon as I got married, within a year, I got pregnant and I delivered the child when I was 22. And when the child was 1.5, I discovered that this man has a lot of other, affairs outside the marriage. And when I confronted, he denied. And then when I showed the proofs, he had no other go but to admit it. But then he apologized and he said he will never do all of this. And it looked very strange back in time then itself to see the number of associations he had and the kind of women that he was associated with. Nevertheless, I was too naive because I thought his pattern of associating with women outside the marriage looked uh, very much like an addiction, like a psychological problem. So I took it on myself to kind of help him to come out of this because I thought as a wife, if my husband is physically handicapped, I would do everything in my capacity to be there for them. So just because he's mentally handicapped, I thought I shouldn't, leave him, and I thought I should somehow try to fix it. And I tried and tried and tried and tried for the next whole decade. And I think I was very naive. I did not figure out that he's actually taking me for a ride. Because every time I would ask something, he would cry, he would say sorry. And then I thought, okay, maybe he does not have a control over this. And later, I also had another child with him. And very recently, I figured out that this is not heading anywhere. So we separated. And only after I came out of it have I completely realized that him and so many other friends who came along in the way are having narcissistic personalities, and I have allowed them to abuse me emotionally, and I am still healing and grieving, and I can see that all of the stress has taken a lot of toll on my emotional health and mental health and physical health. Mentally, I have been in clinical depression multiple times, and only once I had sought medication, which, as I said, I don't like to take pills. I had told myself that I would try it out for 6 months, and if it does not improve me, I will stop it midway. I will just wean it off. And after 6 months, I realized it's not helping me. So I weaned it off, and then I resorted to psychotherapy and other kind of counseling and stuff. and I've somehow pushed myself out of the depression phase. And emotionally, if you ask me how I felt when I went through there, there's a lot of sadness and anger suppressed, which I figured out was manifesting as a lot of diseases in the body. And even now, so I never sit against the light like this because that triggers my migraine. Now that I'm taking the pills, I'm trying and doing everything that I don't do just to see if the medicine is working and if it's helping me. So this much of light on my eyes is very uncomfortable for me. I'm just telling you as it is. So I might just uh, look down at times. Please don't mind. Yeah. So I have done I've done past life regression. I have done inner child healing sessions. I have done psychotherapy. I have done counseling. I have done smriti meditation, and I have gained a lot through each of these. I've healed a bit in every way possible. But I somehow feel that right now I am in a phase where I just want to give birth to my own higher self. And it feels like it's about time. It's the discomfort and the struggle, the pain and the suffering internally is speaking. So I know this is coming to a closure. I know there is a metamorphosis that is going to happen very soon. But I am also continuing my uh, practical way of life, my responsible. I'm discharging my duties. I am fulfilling my responsibilities. That there is nothing holding me back there, but at the same time, I can also see that I'm becoming a more calm, more aware person. But I know that there is still a lot of residue that in the form of physical ailment, which is left in me. Primarily, my voice got affected. Then I got a pain that radiates from my upper back to the shoulders to my arms, which comes on and off if I feel myself physically. Then uh, I have a lot of acne breaking out right now, which was
Hmm.
not the case before. And there's a lot of acne inside the scalp also, and a lot of pigmentation on the face. So it is very unlike me, and I've gained a lot of weight. This is not how I look. So basically, I'm trying to go. I was trying to go back to who I was, but now I don't want to go back. I just want to replenish and create the new person that I'm supposed to be.
Hmm.
As in, I
Okay.
don't want to go back and revert everything.
Hmm.
I embrace everything that has happened. I understand that all of this suffering has brought me to this point in time where I am seeking this wisdom, and I'm grateful for that. And so I want to emerge or evolve into the person that I'm meant to be.
Okay.
Who does not look like this for sure, that I know, physically and emotionally.
ठीक है. Now, two things. When we do the practices, we'll do various practices. I will be recording each session. I will upload the video and give you the link. Today may not be so much as from the next session onwards, because I still need to do what is called a postural assessment. I will, when I guide you to the practices, keep asking you to draw your attention to specific muscles with which we are working at that point in time. When I ask you to draw your attention to those muscles, you have to also try and see if any of the past trauma surfaces at that point in time. Now, the way this surfacing can be substantially in either of the two ways that you mentioned. One is sadness and the other is anger. Now, if it triggers a semblance of sadness, you may want to let it go by crying, so then just do it. The moment I see that happening, I will stop and give you time for it to get out of the body. After you finish it, I will ask you what exactly transpired, and based on what you tell me, we'll do a very short meditation and then continue with the practices. If it is anger that comes up, then what you will do is immediately sit up from the position that we are doing. The moment you do that, I'll ask you what happened. You'll say, I'm angry. And then I will ask you what is the exact trigger for that anger. So that past connection, whatever instance or whatever it is, that will come back. And then once you explain that, we'll once again do a short meditation to let it go from the body. Now, unless you release the body from those trauma where it is currently resting, you will not experience complete relief. So as we go along, we need to find out where exactly is the trauma resting in your body and then release it from there so that you start experiencing complete, and then your transformation will be rapid after that, and you will start going into whatever you want to do in a much better way than what it is. Okay? So now I want you to stand up with the hands by the side of your body and fix your camera in such a way that I can see the body completely. So I can see I cannot see the face at that angle. So we can perfect. Okay, just keep the hands by the side of the body. No, just side. Palms facing the body, correct, yeah. All right, now turn to one side, any one side of your choice. Okay, now turn behind with your back to the camera. Okay, now turn to the other side. Very good. Now turn to the front once again. Keep your feet together. Okay. Okay. Now let me tell you what all we observe as we see from the current position, and this is what is happening at the current point in time. Okay. Now this will keep changing as you keep doing the practices. If you see your right hand, once again keep both the hands by the side. So your right hand, the fingers are slightly at an angle which is lower than the left. So if you were to put a thread between connecting the two, the thread will not be a straight line, it will be slightly angled like this. You got what I said? Yeah. Second is, both the hands are not staying at the side of your thigh, but are getting pulled forward. That means your shoulders are coming a little forward. Okay. Then when I see you from the back side, your upper spine is slightly getting pulled forward, and that also pulls your head a little forward, slightly. And then next time you try and watch your own videos of your singing. So it's possible that you're shifting your head to one side more than the other. So then because of that habitual repetition, the body starts tending to that side. So if you just once again turn to the back, okay, so your entire spine is slightly angling towards your left side, okay, and your right shoulder is slightly getting pulled down. That's what we will start working on. Okay, so let's start the first practice. This is a practice which we call the myth of aging lesson 1. So you will first lie on your back. We will do what is called a body scan. I will give you the instructions for the body scan, and then you will lie on your stomach after that. Keep the hands by the side of the body, and I will do a quick scan today. Next class I will do a more detailed scan, okay? So just feel how your heels are touching the floor. There is a pressure between the heel and the floor. Can you feel it? And do you feel the pressure is the same on the right and the left?
No.
Yeah, which side is heavier? Just make an assessment. Whichever side seems to be pressing a little more than the other side, make a note of it. Then come to your calf muscles. See how the calf muscles are pressing against the ground. Again, there is a pressure between them and the ground. Can you feel that pressure? And if so, are they symmetrical on the right and left? If not, is the side where the heel is pressing more the same side where the calf is pressing more? Then pay attention to the back of your knees. Can you feel the back of the knees touching the ground, or do you feel it is raised from the ground?
Raised.
Yeah. All those are indications of the stress still resting in the body, okay? Now come to both the thighs. Once again, see how the thighs are pressing against the ground and whether they are symmetrical on the right and left. And now very slowly, having made that assessment, turn to lie on your stomach. And then bring the right hand in front of your face, left hand by the side of your body, and turn the face towards the elbow. Keep the back of the left chin on the back of your palm, okay? Now the elbow is pulled a little up. Can you bring it down a little more? Bas. Now in this position, listen to my instructions carefully. As you start breathing in, you will lift the elbow up from the floor, and as you breathe out, very slowly bring the elbow back to rest on the ground. Pay attention to muscles along the shoulder girdle. You are voluntarily contracting those muscles. As you bring your elbow back to rest, you are voluntarily decontracting and relaxing those muscles. Okay, start. Breathing in, your elbow up towards the ceiling, only as far as it can go naturally. Don't force it. Very slowly come back. Slowly come back. Wonderful. Feel the muscles are decontracting. They are coming down to a new resting tone. You will repeat it 2 more times. Don't force it, only as far as it can go naturally. Don't try to exert yourself in these practices. We don't want to achieve any target. We want your upper brain to take control of what you're doing. So the extent to which you raise is not important. The slow coming down is important. Last round. Very nice. Slowly come back and relax. Now what you're going to do, அந்த கை அப்படியே கீழே இருக்கும். Only your face you lift up. Try to look over your right shoulder. Wait a minute. All the muscles along the right side of your spine will contract. You're deliberately, voluntarily contracting those muscles as you take your head up, Look over your right shoulder. You are voluntarily decontracting those muscles when you bring your head back to rest on the back of your palm. So breathing in, very slowly lift your head up. Take it only as long as it will come up. Hand is on the ground. Correct. And very slowly release out of that contraction. You're voluntarily releasing all the muscles along the right side of your spine. You know what I felt when you raised your head up? Your face was looking like that of Ma Kali, indicating that there is some determination coming inside you to fight and come out of all your problems. Next round. Wonderful. Feel the presence of Ma Kali inside you. And see if any emotions are erupting as you are doing it. Be conscious of emotions erupting when you're doing it. If they come, they come. If they don't come, they don't come. Slowly, last round. Wonderful. So now what you're going to do, you're going to combine these two movements. For that, you're going to imagine that the back of your palm and your chin are stuck together with Fevicol. So when you lift your head up, this will also come up like this. Okay? Correct. Yeah.
Sorry about this.
Slowly, only come up to the extent you're comfortable. Don't force it. And be aware of emotions that may come up. Very slowly breathing in, up, breathing out, very slowly down. Second round. Slowly come back. Anything is happening, I see some change in your facial expression, Viji.
I just feel grateful
Hmm.
for what I've been through.
Okay, fine.
I feel empowered.
What did you say?
I feel empowered.
Okay, fine. Excellent. Very good. Continue. Last round. Slowly come back. Now, one last time when you're doing it, you're going to pay attention to the opposite leg and feel what the opposite leg is trying to do. Just pay attention to that. Last time. Lovely. Now, if you have noticed carefully, your opposite leg was almost trying to come up from the ground.
Yes.
So what you're going to do is to lift the opposite leg up from the ground towards the ceiling. You will feel the back muscles at the back of your thighs and the glutes contracting. Slowly come back. That much is enough. That much is enough. Slowly come back. Feel those muscles completely relaxing. Second round. Slowly release. Last round. Be aware of any emotions that may come up. Slowly come back. Okay. Now when you are coming down, if you had paid attention, midway through you stopped and then you continued. So can I see whether it happens again involuntarily or it is just an aberration? So once again lift it and bring it back. Smoothly let it come back. Wonderful. Now you're going to change sides. So if you can, turn the head this side, then I can see the face when you're practicing.
Okay.
Yeah. You can keep the towel also handy. Yeah.
Sorry about this.
Hey, not at all. Yeah. Don't worry. These things, we are here to help. We are not here to complain. So don't worry at all. And and if somebody with whom you are working has a problem with all this, you should stop working with that person. Very simple.
I've started to perceive these allergic reactions as toxins coming out,
Correct. Correct.
like a cleansing happening.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have intense rashes
Oh, okay.
on my entire body when I'm doing these therapies.
Hmm. So they are all basically, see, once with these practices, I'm sure at some point in time or the other, you will let go from inside the body. And once you let go, then things will become dramatically different. We have seen this repeatedly again and again. So I'm sure it will happen with you also. Hand, your left hand in front on the face, elbow out. Yeah, correct. You're pulling the elbow a little up. Can you slide straight at the correct. Now very slowly, again attention at the shoulder level, focusing on emotions, breathing in, lift your elbow up. As you breathe out, very slowly bring your elbow back to rest on the ground. When you start taking the elbow down, it should go smoothly in one continuous motion. Wonderful. Second round. Slowly come back. Last round.
Inside.
Yeah.
But this wouldn't even come up. I feel numb on this side. And when I come down, there is a heat that is generated inside the arm.
Okay. What happens exactly inside the arm?
When I come down, there is
Hmm?
heat generated.
Okay. What? Any specific reactions are coming up, or it is just that it is not coming down smoothly?
I can feel the heat inside my arm as it comes down.
I'm not able to hear. Can you come a little closer to the camera, mic,
I
and
feel
speak?
heat generated inside the arm, both
E
sides.
generator. Okay, fine.
And I'm not able to lift it up as much as the right side.
That's not a problem. So
Heat.
what you become conscious and ask yourself, why do I feel a generation of heat when I'm racing this? And then slowly bring it back. Try to see if you can become aware of it.
So I feel like one half of me
Hmm.
has become emotionally numb,
Okay.
suppressing everything.
Okay.
The other half is overcompensating. To,
Okay.
like I said, internally I'm going through something, but externally I'm fulfilling my duties.
Hmm.
I feel to put up that facade to keep going. One half of me is overworking, and the other half is given up.
Now, okay. Yeah. So what you do now is when you're racing the hand up, okay, and bringing it down, in every additional round that you will do,
Mm.
try to raise the hand a little more than where it went the last time and then come back. As you come back slowly, you will find the muscles along that is helping you to raise the elbow up will relax more, and automatically this function will increase.
So until I finish the elbow practice, I'll keep the
Yeah,
laptop.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And do you have time? Can I extend the session today?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
This is okay. Can you see my
Yeah.
face?
Perfect, perfect. Very nice. Yeah. Slowly.
My right hand is not even touching the floor.
It it's not even touching.
Only the
Not
palm is touching. My hand is, my arm is not touching.
okay. Now one very slowly raise it up, breathing in. Very slowly come back. Now there are two things that are happening. One is as you're racing, your elbow is getting pulled toward the face. Just become conscious and aware of it. So let it go up straight. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Come back, come back, come back. I'll tell you what's happening. You're trying to lift from the shoulder up. Keep the shoulder relaxed. Only let the elbow go up. Let it go wherever it goes. Don't worry about the extent to which it is going. Slowly come back. The moment it is trying to get pulled forward, relax. Once again, slowly. Go only to the extent it is going comfortably. Already it is going up a little more than last time. Slowly come back. One last time, wherever it can go. Slowly come back. Relax. Now you will be lifting your head up. All the muscles along the left side of your spine you are contracting. And allow those muscles to relax completely as you bring your face down. Just feel if any thought process are triggered, be aware of it. Second round. Slowly come back. Last round. Tell me something. When your head is slightly up, at that point your facial expression changes. It sort of gets into a contortion.
I feel like there is one half of me, one half of me that has been neglected for a long time. And I feel that's the feminine part of me.
Okay. Now go back into position and say to yourself, the part that I feel has been neglected, I want to pay full attention to it. I want my body to relax and let me into the movement completely and seek the blessings of Ma Kali and then go up. Slowly. Wow! Slowly come back. Wonderful. Did you see the difference? Did you notice anything?
My eyes were closed. I was fully in the moment. I didn't see the video.
And your head went up much more than what it went up the last two times. And the facial expression was completely smooth. It did not change. One last time with the same feeling. I am paying attention to the side which I have neglected. It is equally important to me. I want it totally released. I am me in totality. Wonderful. Wow. And now I want you to raise your elbow and see what happens with the same feeling. The last time it was 3/4 of this. Excellent. Now you're going to put both of them together, but now start with the feeling. Invoke Goddess Ma Kali into yourself, and then with the objective that your whole has to be completely in sync with each other. The part that is neglected is getting all the attention to balance yourself and then go up. Lovely. Are wah. Wonderful. Aha. And now the next time when you're going, let there be a nice smile on your face. Lovely. Keep thanking Ma Kali for showing you the path. Lovely. Last round. Very good. And now the opposite leg. Only the opposite leg. Keep the hand there only, okay? Yeah. Slowly. Same feeling, okay? I want to pay full attention to all my body. I respect my entire body. Perfect. Slowly come back. Don't take so high, don't take so high. Then you'll be activating different muscles. Correct. Second round. Correct. Perfect. Last round. Now bring both the hands in front. Keep the forehead on the back. Keep the forehead on the back of the head. Yeah. Now in this position, say to yourself, you're balancing both sides of the body, and you will bring your head up, look at the ceiling. You're voluntarily contracting both sides of the spine, the muscles on both sides of your spine. Breathing in when you're lifting your head up, look at the ceiling. Wonderful. Continue to be grateful to Ma Kali. Second round. Last round. Now what you're going to do is, as you raise your head up, you're going to raise the right leg up. Both together. Bas. Come back slowly. Wonderful. Second round. Feel both sides of the body coming completely alive. Now keep alternating for 3 rounds. This is first round over, second round. Very slowly, correct. Wonderful. Now the other leg. Both sides of the body are balancing. No side is neglected. Each side of the body you love completely. And your body is like a temple for you to rest inside. Last round. Slowly come back. Now rest for some time, then you're going to lift your head up and both the legs up once together. Slowly come back. Now turn on to your back. Before you turn on, just watch what you need to do on the back. I'll just demonstrate once. You're going to lie down on your back, fold your legs. Your right hand will come under your head, and then you will pick your head up. Your right elbow will go towards the left knee, and then slowly you will come back. After you have done this 3 times, You will change side and do it from the other side. Okay? Fold the legs, correct. Right hand under the head. As you pick your head up, lift your left knee and aim the left knee and right elbow closer to each other. And come back slowly. It need not touch. Don't try to force. Correct. Let the elbow go down further if possible. Slowly come back. Allow the elbow to rest on the ground. Correct. Last round. And relax. Now the other hand. Second round. Last round. Then slowly turn to one side and sit up. We'll first complete the closure and then we'll spend 5 minutes discussing and then we'll close the session. Okay. So once again, keep your eyes closed. Be in the vibrations of the sound of Shankh. Once again, make your sankalpa. I'm chanting Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. Chant Om 3 times on your own. Shanti mantras. I'll chant the Shanti mantras. If you know, join me. Asatoma sadgamaya soma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya sarvesham swastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu sarvesham purnam bhavatu sarvesham mangalam bhavatu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritad. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Rub your hands nicely, and when they're warm, then keep them on your eyes. feel the warmth flowing in from the palm to the eyes. Then gently open your eyes. Be observant of colors you see when you open the eyes. Slowly release your hands. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Now tell me, Viji, how do you feel? And then I'll tell you what I saw.
I feel like this session helped me realize where I have reached in my journey of evolution as a being. I thought that there is a lot more happening inside of me, but the process brought awareness to the fact that actually a lot of healing has already happened and a lot of evolution has already happened, which I didn't realize. I think it's just that I'm stuck in the past pattern and I don't need it anymore.
Wow.
My past pattern of reacting or responding to a certain situation or whatever that life throws at me is being repeated out of habit and not because I still need it.
Needed, yeah. So what I saw was basically the change in your facial expressions. When you started, the face was more tense. And by the time you completed, the face is relaxed quite a bit. There is an automatic, natural smiling face now, as compared to where it was you were pursing your lips, you're holding yourself in a tense manner. And towards the end, I could see the face automatically splitting into a smile whenever you are doing the practices. So it seems to be working from inside. And now, what you have done today is what is called a Myth of Aging Lesson 1. Now, there are 8 lessons in this series, but before I do the subsequent lessons, in the next session, I'm going to do something which is called a trauma reflex protocol. So that will correct some portion of the imbalances that I pointed out in your body. So we'll do the trauma reflex protocol in the next session. After that, to work a little more on your shoulders, etc., we'll work what is called the red light reflect protocol. And then we'll finish the last protocol. Then we'll come to lesson 2, 3, 4, etc. So the next 3 sessions will be on protocols. And from next session onwards, we'll exactly stop at 11:30. I'll control it today because I had to do postural assessments, I had to discuss with you, etc. I had to run. I didn't want to stop in between and then continue after 1 week. Therefore, I continued. Otherwise, we will stop on by 11:30. All right. Chal. Have a great day, Viji, and hope to see you. Yeah. Chal. Bye.